I'm going to tell you something embarrassing. I overslept. Missed the session I had planned, opened the bot half awake, minimum deposit already loaded, no market review, no setup, no caffeine, and had one of the cleanest sessions I've had in weeks. I've been thinking about that ever since. Like, why? What was different? The answer made me uncomfortable because it meant everything I thought preparation was doing for me. It wasn't. The bot doesn't care if I slept well. It doesn't need me at my best. And that might be the most important thing I've learned about it. Half awake, bot open, that's the setup. Normally I'd do a market overview first, check major pairs, see what's moving from an opinion. Today, none of that. Straight to the accuracy table in the bot. The accuracy table doesn't need my opinion. It shows me which pairs are performing right now based on the bot's own live signal tracking. Every pair, every result, updated in real time this hour. I pick from the top. I find the signal, I go in. Here's what I realized sitting there half asleep. My market overview was adding noise, not signal. I'd form an opinion. This pair looks bullish today. And then that opinion would filter how I read the bot's signal. If the signal disagreed with my opinion, I'd hesitate. I'd look for reasons the bot might be wrong. This morning I had no opinion. The bot's signal arrived clean. I executed clean. The bot is connected directly to PocketOption's raw data feed, 3 to 5 seconds before your screen updates. It analyzes trend, volatility, pattern, and pair history simultaneously. It doesn't need your market opinion to do any of that. In fact, your market opinion is interference. Link in description. Admin contact. Closed system. Message directly. New pair. Accuracy table. Signal. In. Let me tell you what else I didn't do this morning that I usually do. I didn't check if I felt ready. Normally there's this moment before I start seriously trading where I assess my own state. Am I focused? Am I calm? Is today a good day to trade? Sometimes I talk myself out of the session before it even starts. This morning I was a little bit too groggy to run that assessment. I just opened the bot and followed it. And here's what that removed. The self-disqualification loop. The one where you decide you are not in the right headspace and skip a session that the bot would have navigated perfectly. The bot doesn't have headspace, it doesn't have good days or bad days. It's connected to the data, not to your nervous system. It runs the same analysis whether you're sharp or sluggish, whether this week has been good or terrible. And when a loss happens, I still press the feedback button. The system still analyzes, still logs, still adjusts. That process doesn't require me to be sharp either. It just requires me to press one button. Minimum deposit kept me in the game this morning without any risk of regret. Small enough to start without being fully awake. Real enough to produce real data. Admin link in description. Still going, switched pairs again, accuracy table. By now I'm fully awake, which is actually a risk. I noticed the difference. When I was half asleep, I executed immediately. Now, more awake. I feel the temptation to layer my own analysis on top, to double check the signal, to look at the chart for a second opinion. I don't. I keep the process the same. Accuracy table, signal, button. Because here's the thing I learned this morning. Being more awake doesn't make me a better trader. It makes me a more active interferer. Every additional thought I add between signal appears and button pressed is a potential deviation from a system that was already correct. The bot tells me the method behind every signal. I log it, pair, method, session, result. That's the only analysis I run. Not before the trade, after it, where it belongs. The deposit is moving. Not because I woke up, because I stayed out of the way even after I woke up. Admin in description, free access through direct message. Session log, 10 minutes. Methods used, pairs covered, accuracy table shifts, lost feedback results. And the question I keep coming back to, was this session better because I was half asleep or despite it? Neither. It was better because I had no opinion to impose. The groggy stages happened to remove the thing that usually gets in the way. My own interpretation layer. The bot doesn't have an interpretation layer, it has data, it has analysis, it has a signal. 3 parameters: direction, method, expiration. That's what it gives you. Whether you receive that clearly depends on how much noise you're adding between the signal and the button. This morning the noise was 0. Not intentionally, accidentally. Next time I want to make it intentional. Here's the uncomfortable truth I'm taking from today. All those mornings I prepared, the market reviews, the mental warm-ups, the check-in if I felt ready. None of it was helping the bot. All of it was helping my ego feel like it was contributing. The bot was going to do what it does regardless, connected to data before your screen sees it, running analysis across multiple layers simultaneously, self-correcting through lost feedback, firing on signal, staying quiet when there isn't one. It doesn't need you sharp, it needs you simple. Accuracy table, signal, button. Minimum deposit is the perfect size for discovering that. Low enough that being half awake isn't dangerous. Real enough that what you learn is real. I'm not saying trade every session before your coffee. I'm saying the version of you that's too tired to interfere might produce better results than the version that's fully awake and looking for reasons to deviate. That's worth thinking about. Closed system, admin in description, free, message directly.